you had the Health Protection Coronavirus Regulations, which were made on the 10th of February. And it was made because there was a serious and imminent threat to public health. Now, these same regulations were revoked on the 25th of March. That law that was passed to protect public health, that was revoked on the 25th of March, apparently. You also had the Health Protection Coronavirus Business Closure Regulations. That was made on the 21st of March, and apparently it was revoked on the 25th of March. Does that make sense? The regulations which said all businesses was to close was made on the 21st of March, and apparently it was revoked on the 25th of March. But businesses have been closed from the 25th of March. Now, this doesn't quite make sense to me. And I'm researching, but I just want to let you know. The legislation that was brought in because of coronavirus, this epidemic, this serious national emergency, the two pieces of legislation that were brought in before the Coronavirus Act have both been revoked. I want that to sink in. Because regulations made in response to the serious and imminent threat to public health, which is posed by the incident of COVID-19, it was said that these regulations were proportionate to the threat to public health. So signed the Secretary of State when he brought in these regulations. They were proportionate to the threat to public health. Britain has the second highest number of deaths from COVID in the world, and it's still rising. It has the highest number of deaths from coronavirus in Europe, and it's still rising. And yet still, the legislation is saying that the health protection regulations was revoked on the 25th of March? Well, that doesn't make any sense. The Health Protection Coronavirus Regulations said coronavirus constitutes a serious and imminent threat to public health, and that the incidence or transmission of coronavirus constitutes a serious and imminent threat to public health. It says the Secretary of State may revoke a serious and imminent threat declaration by way of notice published on www.gov.uk. I've checked it, I can't see any revocation notice. Have you heard about the Secretary of State revoking this act on the news? Have you heard it on the BBC? No. It says before making a declaration or revocation, the Secretary of State must have due regard to any advice from the Chief Medical Officer. And the Health Protection Coronavirus Regulations was supposed to be enforced for 2 years. 2 years. And yet, I can see that this regulation, this law, has been revoked. Now, who told you this? Did you hear it on the news? Did you read it in the newspapers? No. No. Nobody told you when this act was introduced, and nobody told you this act has now been revoked. So apparently, there is no longer a serious and imminent threat to public health, despite the number of coronavirus incidents increasing daily. More videos to come very soon. Thank you for watching. Please share widely, and I'll be posting another video soon.